Hello, and welcome to another art session. Thanks for dropping by. I'm going to be doing some more poses. Let's do some warm-ups with my favorite musician. Better. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot to do that. 1 second. I'll be right with you. All right, let's do this. I'm just gonna make this half screen so I can get to my. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's find some poses. Okay. I did that the wrong way. New layer. Okay, new layer, let's go. Here we go. Here's a good one. Man. Drop me a younger version of Grace. Do, 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 do. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you had a good Friday. Or are still having a good Friday, of course. Maybe doing some drawings for swordtember just for fun. I'm just doing some warm-ups right now. Using some of my comic characters. Da, 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 da. Figure with her background as an alchemist, it'd be kind of cool if she was doing like using it, making her own elixirs to make herself faster and stronger before she goes into missions. Back when she was younger. Here we go. Hey, I'm glad you could drop by as well. Thank you. Starting out with some warm-ups. Drawing a few of my characters, just in different poses. Or characters I've drawn in the past. Felt like a long week this time, but I'm glad to be drawing again. Feels good. Because with this, I'm just trying to get faster at just drawing these poses using, and I'm staring at the reference, and then I'm looking away to draw, and then I look at the reference again, and so I can't remember where. I think maybe it was some art, like one of my art books. It said like this is a good technique for learning, because you can't just rely on. You can't just like look back and forth all the time. You need to rely on your own skill. Because when you're drawing in real life, you won't have the art books in front of you. So, oops. See, I messed that up because I forgot where that foot was. Her other foot is still going in. It's just not as far back. This one's supposed to be further back, actually. This one's up here. Better. rapier. Is these pouches sewn into her clothing that hold some extra ingredients. Let's go and do another one. So who should we draw? What should we draw now? Let's get my prompt list out. Okay. Wait a second. Maybe I can... Wait. I'm not... Okay, I'm not. For some reason I'm like, am I early? But no. No, quiet. One second. Sorry, one second. Hey, thanks for dropping in. I'm just doing some warm-up poses right now, so you came in at a good time. Just like I'm drawing June Steelsong's mother. Like, this is one of her when she was younger. I thought it'd be kind of cool to like try some different poses because I'm trying to do some extreme poses for swordtember, because like I said last time, it's more fun when you add a extra challenge to it on top of the actual like regular challenge. So yeah. Plus I haven't drawn too much of her, so it'd be kind of fun to do a few poses with her. Because she's this biologist, and she's got a background in alchemy. So that's... She can just come up with concoctions that make her faster and strong... faster and more dexterous, and sometimes stronger, but usually... Mainly it's used for dexterity because she's dealing with animals, so she wants to be faster and more agile so she can get away, usually. Strength is usually used if she has to like clear something, like if there's debris in the way or something. huge eyelashes. She wouldn't have that out in the wilderness. And I think I've said this before, but she's based off of a character from Jurassic Park. So, thanks. Yeah, I think so too. She's got like, I like her hair. She's got like that bun in the back, and then like the, yeah, I like how I like the hairstyle I gave her. And with the little bit of hair on the coming down the side in front. Curly hair is just fun to draw, honestly. Or like hair with more bounce, kind of. And so let's okay. Now let's do another pose. Find something else. Let's have her doing some parkour, actually. Fun. Come on, this is I mean, I can use these if I have to, but I'd rather use. I guess that's not that good, actually. All the really. Sorry, 1 second, I just gotta find. There's plenty of parkour, but it's mostly guys. It's mostly men that are just. Maybe this goes into that whole like reason why the women's life expectancy is higher. It's like more men do parkour. I got some other. Let's see. I swear. One more. I'm about to just say yes to this one. Weird. You'd think that like I've seen plenty of stunt women, so yeah. Here we go. This is okay. You're right. Yeah. At least this is a jump. I wanted to just have something of her doing like acrobatics or something. I'll type that in next if I can't, since I should have just done gymnastics, honestly. That probably would have got me better results. Let's type that in now while I'm, well, yeah, I already. There we go, yeah. This is way better. Now I get to see some women doing like jumping around and doing cartwheels. So this looks, let's see, where's a good one? Oh, okay. Right? I have a character here. I'll draw the character that I based someone off of her, Tylee, kind of. I'll draw her now. I did, what if you mixed what if Tylee read a lot of Batman comics, essentially, and Dick Tracy comics, like those two, and like became a cop. And that's essentially who this character is. She's like this like kickboxer kind of, or like this isn't a very good pose. Well, you know what? I'm gonna find the. I'll start with this one and then I'll do something else after, because. Back when I would, this was the third character in my original comic before I don't know if she's gonna show up in this one, honestly. I mean, I gotta get back. Maybe this weekend I'll find some time to work on my comic, actually. Or maybe I'll get to do a little bit tonight, too, after I get some poses. Because I usually like to draw a little bit more on the weekend, on Fridays, so we'll see. So I'll just stay up later so I can get my other work done. I'll find out more about when our Patreon is gonna go up. Just need to talk to my producer. I'm so excited to share all that. Share some of my artwork eventually with that. I mean, unfortunately, it'll only be available on the Patreon, but I think eventually there might be an art book, though, so. Because we talked about that. It's a possibility. Yeah. Oops, whoa, this is not a good brush. Or I was just too loose there. I'm so excited to see previews for the Avatar movie. It just takes time, honestly. You know what I did? I have let me see if I can find it, or maybe I have it right next to me. Hold on. There's a couple books I have that are really good that I would recommend. It might be in the other room now. Yeah, they are probably. Wow, I haven't even used this one. I got this one I forgot I even had called Animation Unleashed. I forgot I even had this. Maybe I'll give it a shot now that I'm working on this animation project. But I'll look it up really quick for you. Because there's this one book I have that basically breaks down every part of the body, and it gives you like the range of motion for how arms and legs work. There's a couple like that. So see drawing. Oops. There's there's the Morpho books are really good by is that Michelle Lorenzi Sella? I haven't gotten this one drawing. I can't recommend this one because I don't have it. Drawing form and pose. Another Morpho. This one I'm thinking about getting. It's called Clothing in Folds and Creases because I need to get better at that. Come on, guys. You don't have mine? Oh, no, that's not the one I have. Bridgman makes some good books, but I would say like buy the $7 books because they're small and you can just fit them in like in your book bag or in like a carry-on. I mean, not carry-on. I mean like a like a book bag or a purse, and it would easily fit in there, no problem, because it's nice and easy to do that with that. Oh, I'm trying to find my favorite one. I had this one that like, yeah, it's the name's yeah, Morpho, and then like it'll be like colon animals or Morpho colon. Oh, this one, yeah, there's like fat and skin folds, which I don't have that one. Maybe it's good, but I had like, I think I had the one of the earlier ones, which was just about poses. Cause there's things like Books of 100 Hands by Bridgman, which just shows you like it really goes in far. Let's see. It's crazy that the one that I bought isn't like on the. They probably know that I have it, so they don't want to show it. And there's like some atlases. I'd say Hogarth is the like I would look him up in in a library, because sometimes actually I would look up all these in a library first, because if they don't help you, then why buy them? And libraries are getting better about like having these kind of art books. Oh, their secret character drawing by Taco, just all in caps, Taco. Those are. Oh, here's another really good one. Design your own anime and manga characters. Step-by-step lessons for creating and drawing unique characters. It's by TB Cho. That's CHOI. It's I think they're a YouTuber, and they're really good. So, yeah, no problem. I just like there weren't as many good YouTubers back then. I mean, even now it's kind of overwhelming. Like I try and do it, like set up like watch later lists, and it's a lot. It's like I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna turn this down first of all. There we go. I'm always like, I'm gonna do some draw. Oh, here it is. Figure drawing, design and invention by Michael Hampton. That's a really good book. I really like that one a lot, and that's one I would definitely endorse, because I used that book so much that it like the binding was falling apart. So that's one I would definitely recommend. Okay, back to this. Sorry, I just want. When you said that, I was like, oh, I really want to offer some suggestions on this, because I know exactly how you feel there. I just didn't, because I got pulled into a lot of like how to draw. They were okay. They were still like how to draw comics, but they were the better ones. But even then, I would say like I ended up like giving those away to libraries, because in the end, like having a few good anatomy books is way better. And there's also like for comics, there's plenty of good books on just like storytelling that are way better than worrying about like all the other stuff. Or there's certain artists, certain comic artists that just release their own books now. So I would love. I'm sure he'll never do it, but it would be so cool if Scotty Young didn't. I just think you know what, I'm probably gonna eventually like pick up an art book of his, because he's definitely someone that inspires me. Like his Wizard of Oz art books. Comic books are gorgeous, and he did Spider-Man, and he did I Hate Fairyland recently, which is hilarious and very vulgar, but very very dark, but really funny. Like it's essentially what would happen if Alice was a spoiled little kid, and she was too dumb to figure out the quest, so she just stayed in Wonderland, and just like to the point where like even the good um Glinda the Good Witch was like, I gotta find a way to get her out of here. It's like maybe I'll just like secretly put out a contract to have someone take her out. It's like we've had enough of her. She's starting to go rogue and attacking people. Yeah, she's got these enchanted bracers. My character. I'm just really roughing them out, but they're essentially just like these power gloves she wears. Kind of like actually V. But she also has these like wrappings on her legs that are like that are enchanted. So she's got these baggy pants that are. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did last time. Yeah, it's funny. I have the first volume. I'll if I ever when I find a free moment, maybe I'll read it. Because those happen between YouTube and the other projects I'm involved in. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but. These are very rough right now. I'm just trying to get like the shape of her. Let's do another pose where it's easier to draw. Where's good? Yeah, she was kind of like Ty Lee mixed with Toph, kind of, where she just like always caused trouble, but she was just a walking natural disaster, essentially. Like, the way I introduced her in the comic is someone went flying through a bar window, and she was inside. And then the other, Cole looks into the window and he's into the bar, and he's like, "I'm gonna have to pay for that, aren't I?" Let's see, find it. Come on, guys, give me a good pose. It's like either they're way too crazy pretzel-y, or they're just standing still. Oh, okay. Here's maybe aesthetic. Yeah, this might work. Here we go. This is some stuff that she would do where like they're like upside down, and this is the men's, but where's the women's? Sorry. If I can't find anything, I'm gonna switch to the to doing like. Almost found something. This is an okay pose. Well, it's kind of basic. I don't want to do something big. That definitely shows flexibility, but because she's got her leg like fully extended. But I kind of want to do something more like a leap pose, or like. Well, let's try this. There. Oh, here we go. Okay. I found one. Sorry about the wait. This is a cool pose, actually. I like this one. And I just realized I'm not doing my art challenge, but that's okay. I'll count this as warm-up still. She's, oops, like further forward. It's like a really like kicking the leg way up kind of pose. I used to have her hair looser, but I don't want her to look just like Grace, so I'm gonna have it tied up. It can still be a little curly, but it'll be shorter. Cause I don't want him to look, because she used to have hair like that, but I don't want her to look like Grace. At first, for a little while, I was tempted to make them like not sisters, but like maybe like maybe she's Richard's sister or something, or I don't know. But then I thought, like, I don't want to do the Star Wars thing of everyone's related to everyone. Like, I want some of these characters to have other reasons to want to help each other out other than their family. Like maybe they're like family friends and stuff, or people that like Richard was in went to war with, like war buddies. This is really rough, I know. Let's see. Tighten up her form here a little bit more. Because her leg actually goes even further back. I'm not pushing it far enough. It's like when the actual model is actually going further exaggerated from mine, I do not accept that. My characters are more extreme than humans. Let's see. Then her other foot's like this to kind of counterbalance her body. It's way up here. I don't know how this is working, but I think it's just because of how far forward this leg is. It kind of is like oops, that's what I missed. There we go. Show some for back, like her back there. Let's put more of her back in here, because she's got that, and then her back would go. You start to see some of it here. because it's arcing up actually like this. And then she's got the same thing going on with her coat. I mean, with her with this, because like she has a it tied off it, and then like underneath the underneath these like runic power gauntlets, she has these more of those runes on wrist. Sure, yeah. Good call. I'm gonna have some of my water. See. You know what the problem is? This isn't far enough back, actually. Because this, if her arm's here, it would actually go it's going way out here. There we go. That's better. And that will give me more room to draw all the details without it being crowded. It gives her a better silhouette, too. That's kind of why I chose this pose, is because it's a really cool silhouette of like she's making this like T shape. And I gave her Tylee's chipper nature. Like she's in one of the most like overcrowded like city of mages ever, so she's kind of hard to shake. She's seen people conjure some pretty scary things, including her friend Cole, who, you know, summons bugs. She's just like unfazed by that. It's like, it's okay. I'm sure I can give her some kind of fun or creative fear or something that knocks her off course, though. But she's, for the most part, the most like positive of the group. Because even like Clay, who was kind of like the punching bag of the group. Oh, cool. Way to go. No fear. That's good to hear. Because if you fail on that, then you can go research and find out why. There's just a plethora of like sites out there that could, or like there's so much out there that could help enlighten you on like possible mistakes now. It's so great. Like I mean, like people like Jazza and all that. Like he's got some great stuff. And I'm trying to think if Steven Silver has any drawings on his thing still. But like he's a really good artist. So he did like Kim Possible. So. I forget where I found it, but there's also a really cool Yeah, she is. I almost want to put like a flower in her hair, actually. Maybe I will. In this drawing, because she just looks like she needs one. Here you go. She saved the, maybe she saved the little girl or something, and then she got a flower for it. And she's like, "Oh boy!" It's, yeah, because I made Clay is that guy I was working on. um where is he? This guy. That's Clay. He can take a beat. He's like a living, like, he's nearly like, he's like Colossus almost, but if Colossus and Toph mixed together. Which is good because there's so many like really tough guys that hang on one second. Yeah. Oh, I love. I honestly thought. One second, I'm gonna have to turn off my screen for one moment. Where's the nope. There we go. One sec. I just gotta make sure I have. Okay. Oh, okay. It's nothing. It's fine. I just didn't know what that document was, and I wanted to make sure it was okay, because it's fine. It was just some faces that I was drawing. But yeah, she's just the heart of the group, essentially. Yeah, her hair's more like this. It's shorter. She's got broader shoulders because she's got that like kickboxer, but like that martial artist and like fighter's build. I was always thought it was a shame that she didn't show up in Korra. I haven't read the books though. I wonder if she shows up in the books. Because I know she became a Kyoshi warrior. Spoilers, I guess. Very late spoilers. and not spoilers for the live action one, because who knows where that's going. It already started out kind of very different. I don't know if I can take a universe where normally I try just being like neutral on things, but when it comes to Avatar, I draw the line. A universe where Zuko almost beats his father at the beginning is a weird alternate universe. Like, his whole quest is about humility, and he's the coolest. He starts like Sasuke, and it's like, wait, that's not how you start his character. He's supposed to be the one that like was the failure of the family. That just wanted his father's love. Yeah, this is looking better. I think giving her the sharper chin or maybe adding a little bit more chin actually, but still like making it her face narrow down a little bit more than Grace's. Because yeah, Grace is like, Grace is a little more round, kind of like chipper, but like a lot more curlies in her hair. And she has her hair back all the time because, I mean, she's out in the wilderness. She doesn't want she doesn't want it going all over the place and getting stuck in every tree that she goes through. Or every thorn bush. Yeah. Yeah, see, they look a lot different, actually. Yeah. It's... Yeah, it's kind of like... They the producers didn't understand at all that, like, people like flawed characters. If their flaws are like, quote unquote problematic, that all the better, because that means when they turn around, they'll become a better person. I mean, did they ever see A Christmas Carol? If these guys wrote A Christmas Carol, it would just be like, he would just be giving not enough money, but he'd still be very charitable at the beginning. Or something goofy like that. And it's like, no, he was a jerk. He was a miser. He was horrible. I never did see that one with Jim Carrey, though. Yeah. Yeah, the Muppet one's, I think, my favorite. That's because Michael Caine's also is a really good Scrooge, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's do some swords. I said I would draw swords. Maybe I'll make her doing using a sword. Actually, that might be kind of cool. Because I haven't drawn too much. I'll do some of Grace and some of her. Because they're two people I haven't drawn very much, and they're both like more like dexterity and grace kind of built. that finesse. Grace is graceful, huh? It's almost like I purposely did that. No. Yeah, I don't think there's one I dislike. I'm just saying that, like, I think the I haven't seen the Jim Carrey one, honestly, because and I'm glad I think I would like it more now than when it came out, because for a while everyone was making it sound like motion capture was going to replace animation, and now that's gone away. So I think I would like it now that motion capture is back to being just a really good tool, instead of like something that's going to replace, because I always wondered where that belief came from, even, because, like, oh, I like this pose. This is kind of cool. I'll try it. I don't know who, maybe I'll see if you know who would do this pose would probably be the moth girl. 'Cause it's kind of like the like stand, kind of like looking down from above, and the perspective's kind of crazy. But I liked all of them. Like the Mickey Mouse one is really fun. I love all the spirits and how they used Pete for one of them, and the guy they got playing voicing Ebenezer. I mean, yeah, voicing Scrooge in that one. Because it wasn't David Tennant back then. He was too young. It was the, I think it was the original guy from the, I'm trying to think what else. He was in a lot of, like, Disney specials, I think. That the guy who did the voice for Ebenezer Scrooge. I think he also did the voice of that, scientist duck that, I can't remember their name. But he used to do like educational things for Disney back in the day. Because they used to have more like that kind of stuff, like Goofy, like would just be like it would just be Goofy, but he wouldn't be talking. It would be like how to go downhill skiing, and it would just be like Goofy does like this thing that like puts him in mortal danger, and he just does his like trademark scream as he's going down the hill in like his long johns. And it was really funny. It was cool that one French studio that was doing Disney stuff overseas, they made those Disney shorts that were done in that I don't want to say Ren and Stimpy, but they were done in a more like crude but like clean style, very cartoony, like Fleischer kind of style, which was like the old school like cartoons. It was done more like that, and people say that like Disney's losing. I mean, they're becoming like certain things are becoming more open to the public. That's the kind of stuff I'd be more excited about than like horror movies. I know some people like that, but I think just different ways of portraying the characters would be more interesting, because it feels like they kind of box themselves in with what they can do, which is funny because they used to have really cool shorts with Mickey that were like that one where he his brain goes inside of like another creature that's like a giant monster version of him, and that was a pretty cool short. I'm trying to get this perspective right. It's weird. But yeah, it was this really cool short where he's just like, it's kind of like King Kong kind of thing going on in it, where like the monster's climbing up the side of a building, and he's trying. I think the monster has like Minnie, I think, and he's trying to chase it down. Me neither. It's funny you say that, because I just can't get into it. I understand why things like Halloween are paramount to entertainment, like because like Halloween basically wrote the blueprint for like things like Friday the 13th. So I understand that that's important to cinema in that way, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. I mean, there's been certain horror movies where this wouldn't be the case, but in so many, I mean, or in at least a good portion of them, just calling the cops probably would have solved a lot of problems. Because usually they're just a bunch of teens that think they're in over their heads, and it's like, yeah, you are, but the adults aren't. They're used to, they'd be much more used to what you're, I mean, unless it's a supernatural monster, I guess. But in that case, you're all in trouble anyway. That's when you need to get Sam and Dean. Call the Winchesters. Trying to find a way to like even with this, I'm trying to find a way to freehand this easier so that I can still do all the eyes, but I don't want them to be like something that takes forever for me to draw when I want to draw them again. I think I just kind of like, if I just fill up the space as much as I can, but still keep them interesting shapes, that could work. Yeah, that too. Yeah, you're right. Give her a... Well, she's not gonna have... Well, I can give her a sword. I'll give her a... She probably wouldn't use one, really, but I'll give her one just so that this is... so that we're not just drawing random characters without a reason. Although it's still fun to draw them anyway. She would just have a really cool, like, long, narrow blade. Like, that she could zip around really fast and just swing. Trying to get this perspective. This perspective is still kind of off, because it's kind of one of those like fish lens things going on a little bit almost. It's kind of why it's a little hard for me to do this kind of pose. But still, I like to challenge myself once in a while. In worst case scenario, at least it's a fun drawing. So. Because she's a fun character to draw. Even if this is a little messy, I don't care. It's just good for just building up the character design. And then I can, if I really like it, I could always just go like that and then draw on top of it. That's usually what I do. And if you're traditional, there is a way to do this with traditional, where all you do is you get a kneaded eraser and you roll it into like a rolling pin shape, and then you roll that over your pencils, and it will pull up a percentage of your pencils, and that way you don't completely erase your drawing, but you can like lighten the pencil marks. So. Because sometimes I don't like to use like super hard graphite, because there's always the chance that you might push too hard and then you just like damage the paper. But yeah, if you just like lightly press down, then you get like, with a softer one you can do that. Yeah. Thank you. It's like I said, it's all those it's all the times I've just drawn anatomy from all these books, and like just I think it's also just like watching like certain being inspired by certain things, and then just like oh, here's a good pose for June, or no, yeah, or for not June, but actually I'll do June with this just for fun because I said June and I want to draw June now. But yeah, just like certain studios like Trigger and Bones or Ghibli, like all of those have like played into my style a lot. I'll give June some street clothes, like she's trying to be trying to. She goes shopping and gets some new threads. Maybe she ties her hair up so that she doesn't look the same. Be a fun thing to try. Just give her a slightly different look. And see if I can still portray her the same. Because the other thing she does in the story is that, like, there's gonna be times where, like, Richard's put in tight situations, and, like, he knows how hopeless some things are gonna be, but she doesn't. So she's kind of like her being unaware of certain things in the world. I didn't want to say ignorance because that's unfair. It's just her lack of experience. And her belief in her father kind of makes her like the perfect person to like just boost him up when he's down. There'll be plenty of times where he gets like reminded of like some of the terrible things that happened when he had to like fight the elves, because the winter fae were really nasty, and she's got this like loose coat on. It's like I'll give her some cool cool punk gloves too, like some like leather gloves, fingerless. I think one thing I heard about doing fabrics that has helped me a little bit, I'm going to zoom in on this because I can't see it that well, is that triangles appear a lot in clothing apparently when there's like drags like that, like right here, that would be it would be kind of like that, not that thick, but kind of want to just like make these like light triangles to show where poles are and where in gravity. So that like let's see. Oh, it's way out there. It's like this is very baggy. Give her like a maybe she makes a friend with like this like maybe an orc or making her like that that teacher from Nichijou where she's just always she wants to be polite and she's just like, that looks really nice on you. Can I have it back, please? It's cold. See, I messed up her body. It's okay. This is where planning before drawing is better. Like, it's fine that I drew the face, but I should really, when I do the body, plan the muscles, plan where everything's gonna go, so that, like, it comes out looking better. Actually, this would be better. Like, not bad. It's a little big on you, but it looks good. This looks more like. Well, I guess June's older than she looks to a degree. I mean, in this she looks younger because she has her hair up in the ponytail, but she's like mid-20s, so. Like even in their like sheltered, like pocket dimension where she lived, she was helping her father run his business, so she's was educated on how to do that kind of stuff. Like it's just a landscaping business, but she was a huge part of it. She kept track of everyone and all that stuff, so. And she was educating herself on with the help of like one of Richard's friends, teaching herself bard magic, because there's not too many people that could do that, which is why this quest is good for her too, because like I mean I mean, first of all, saving her mom, and then also like yeah, she's much more nimble. She's literally the support character with being a bard, so she's both emotional and like physical and everything. Like she's just like, she boosts him up, she lifts him up, and he keeps her encouraged too when he can, because he knows that she's frustrated at times, that she's not as experienced. So like, I think I have a panel. Let me see if I can find it. Since we're getting into like the hour and a half, I'll bounce to a page really quick just to show you. It's hard because they're all black and white right now, and so it's hard to. I think right here. Oh nope, that's past it. This is why she doesn't want to visit her uncle. It's like, huh? It's like, hey, I'm gonna go visit him. You, and she's like, you're leaving me alone here? He's like, I mean, you can come with me if you want. And it's like, that's okay. I really need to learn these new musical songs to help you out. So you do this one on your own. I think you got it. She's like reliving like practically like the Indiana Jones scene, but with her from Temple. Because Cole's not scared at all by these, so he doesn't really understand why people are scared of bugs. So he's just like, Like, aren't these creatures fascinating? And she's just like paralyzed with fear. Yeah, your face just like trauma. Trying to smile, trying to. I don't know what expression to have. I'm scared. What page was that? 25. So I think if I go back a few more, I can. 21. Maybe this? Oh, nope, that's not it. That's the end of the fight. Oh yeah, this is when she first meets the that forest spirit that and it like is messing with her. It like summons like this like weird abyssal creature that's like essentially like a land shark. And she's like, okay, first run, then figure things out. Which is probably a good tactic in that situation. It's like, let's figure this out and then we'll figure it out if we can fight. Yeah. And then of course, like, I mean, it's a pretty, it's not a super complex concept, but it's just funny that, like, I did that a while ago, and then recently I just saw it in One Piece, and I was like, ah! But I'm like, if anyone did it, One Piece would do it. So I'm happy that if anyone does it, it was them. Because, like, they already have, like, some crazy monsters, so... Of course they would have... Oh, theirs is much bigger. Like, theirs was, like, a colossal size. These are small. These are more like pack animals. I never make ears complicated either. It's something that I just don't ever spend much time on them. It's probably from reading a lot of looking at how comics do them and how like certain animators draw ears. Or like I think what was the Disney was like I forget. They had a weird shape they put in them, like in kind of like in Hercules. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Let's see. Because, yeah, he's got the... It's, yeah. I mean, like, look, it's just... Here's the ear. And then... It goes like this. Yeah, it's just that. It's just a hook. That's all. So they really didn't worry too much. Let's see about like I'm curious to see like I'm pretty sure his other things had pretty simple ones too. Well, I'm gonna check one thing out. Like I think Pocahontas. Yeah, once again, look at this. This is a Pocahontas here. It goes. This is a little bit closer to real. I mean, kinda. It kinda does this. But I just go. I do that up there, and then I do that. And sometimes I'll put this in, because there's like a bit of cartilage up there usually. Yeah, it's... Unless it's a very... I don't do ultra close-ups a lot, and if I did, I would probably put more detail into the hair around the ear than I would into the ear itself. It is funny though that Pocahontas' face is like shaped like a shield. It's like this. And then she has her hair going, woo, supermodel hair. Long neck and I love how they do her hair though. Like the animation on her hair was like I think that was an entire team that did that or something. Because I remember they thought that Pocahontas was going to be the bigger of the two movies, and then Lion King just dwarfed it. It's like, yeah, no, people like this way better. I mean, you got all these great musicals and let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah, this is gonna be that girl. I think I called her Annabelle was her name. I think because I kept changing it, but I think I did. Annabelle was what I liked in the end. I think something like that. She's got this like, oops, wrong way. Well, that and the fact that she just, well, no, there wasn't magic in that. So yeah, maybe the spirit when she sang to the wind, it made her hair like it enhanced her hair somehow. Because I'm not sure what was being used for like not even makeup, just even like just presentation at that time period. But I don't think it was like L'Oreal. So I'm pretty sure it was something that didn't quite like just give your hair that look of like crazy like bouncy weightlessness. And sometimes she wears these when she's doing parkour, she wears these knee guards too, so that she can just bounce off of buildings and not take any damage. Oops. Got to try the... See, this is what I'm worried that if I did traditional more again, in like, I would catch myself trying to pinch my drawings down so that I could fit the legs in. Like, oh darn, I didn't fit this to the canvas. Select all, shrink. But yeah, this is more her attire, kind of, where she's got like... Not sure why... I'll put it back here, because... No, you know what, if I get back... I'll put it here, actually. I'll make it going over her shoulder. If I can get this to work. This is one way to draw them. I swear there was another way that's better, but I can't recall it at the moment. There's a way to make it so the physics of the hair are better represented, but for now this is okay, I guess. I like how the hands came out actually in this one, where it's like I kind of gave her that nice. She looks tough, but more on like just like a feminine but tough. She's like got this like slender build, but she looks like she's just like could be super fast, and like with these wraps on her arms and legs, she's just like, you don't know what she could do. She could probably punch through a building and you would. I mean, she's chasing down people that can turn into monsters, so. What I did was Control Z. I was drawn. I think I might have told this story. I apologize if you heard it already, but it's so fun. It's a funny one where I was at Barnes and Noble, and I was just like in the coffee area, and I had my I think it was my yeah, my laptop at the time I was using, because I used to use one of those, but it died eventually. Lasted a while. It was good. But anyway, I had that, and I had just a Intuos pad, I think, with me or something like that, because those are nice. Back then, those were cheaper, but they were still expensive. Whereas now they're much more affordable, thanks to the competition. Anyway, I made a mistake, and I'm like, I reach up to the keyboard, and I'm like, Control Z, while I'm holding a pencil in my hand, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, what do you think's gonna happen here? It's like, it's very obvious that's not gonna do anything for you. Maybe on this hand I'll start to draw I'll draw a bracer on one hand, where she's got like, she's holding the inside of the bracer. It's almost like I mean, like a gauntlet kind of thing, where it's like it wraps around her hand, kind of, and she just uses this for more that, like, the heavy duty stuff, like fighting the big bads. Because usually she prefers like speed and. Yeah, she's fun to draw too. I would like to find something to use her. I think she might show up. I thought about having her show up in this one part that's coming up in the comic, where they go to this city and they're trying to find information, and she tries to help them because she's a detective. So I was thinking that might be something good. It's funny, this isn't even the pose I was referencing, but it came out looking really good anyway, so I don't care. Because, like, part of it's from the pose. Like, this arm and the way the head is and the angle of the body. But, like, the legs are totally different, because the legs in the actual photo were more like this. Wait, are more like that far apart. They're kind of like, it's kind of like a photo, like she's leaning back. and this arm's coming down, and but I kind of wanted it forward so that she could have that gauntlet out. They're fun to draw. Well, this will be a fun one. This is kind of more. This will be more of a. Oh, I'm gonna do Grace with this one actually, because this seems more like a. This seems more like an Annabelle thing, but having Grace do it might be kind of funny, where she's just kind of being goofy. We'll try it, because. Of her fake chase, fake funny walking towards her her new little body, the little T-Rex. It's like running away, like hey, I like games. When she first finds him, he's a tiny little babu, so he's gonna be. Yeah, she's just making herself look big, like, "Rawr, I'm coming for you, rawr." I think it's sometimes good to just try these poses with, like, any of your characters just to see how they would look. Because I didn't even think I... Because the drawing, the pose I'm basing this off of is much more of a, like, fashion pose, where they're, like, kind of just, like, showing off their coat and like stretching it out, and they got like I think they got like a snowboard behind them or something. But I think having it be like just a goofy like character playing with their pet essentially, or in this case playing with the feral animal that she knows is safe because she's been around it long enough for it to trust her. She wants to make sure it's healthy before she leaves it completely. Yeah, that book I recommended will get you better at drawing girls, I'm sure. Because I had difficulty, and then I started drawing more from anatomy books, and just trying out different poses, and that really helped because it was just so hard at first to just get out of like. Well, I've seen the opposite, where I've seen some of my friends who only draw girls, and they draw them like they draw men like girls, and I'm like, no, 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 different body structure, different. You got different landmarks for bones, so you gotta, because like hips are like that, so you just gotta have like, because yeah, you got the two up there, and then two down here, so that's what makes that shape. That's why it's also good to know a little bit about like the skeletal structure, so that when you're drawing the muscle on top of it, you're aware of what it should be doing. You don't have to have it memorized, but if you just at least understand where things should be to an extent, it will really help. Because like I can tell this leg's too long. So I'm going to fix it because I know that legs aren't that long. And it's pretty easy to fix. Just like that. Bing. There we go. Better. Still a little off, but that's okay. Good. I like to hear that. See, I wish I had done more what you're doing, where like I've been doing that more often lately now that I have channels, but like I wish when I was starting out I was braver with like talking to professionals. Although YouTube wasn't as big back then, but still, like, it would have been nice to actually just like, as I was growing to like drawing more and more, it would have been great to talk to like professionals in like comics and in illustration. Because I did try and talk to a few, but it's like when you don't have like, it was just a phone call, so it was kind of like one of those situations where like I had like 1,000 questions I wanted to ask, but like it was a friend of my uncle, and it was like I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try and come up with, I got a list, and I'm gonna say these ones, and if I have time, I'll do these other ones. And it was good. He's a really nice person, and it was helpful, but it could have, if I had done something more like this with what you're doing, then I probably would have gotten a lot more from him. So. Because even sometimes when I'm giving you these suggestions, I'll like think about it the next time you're on, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to tell them about this. And it's like, oh yeah. It's like, this book or this artist. Facebook, I don't need to know my friend suggestions right now. Probably someone I don't even know. This is fun. I like this draw. And once again, I didn't draw a sword. Oh, no. I swear I'm gonna do a sword. eventually. Okay, now I'm gonna draw a sword. Well, let's draw, and he doesn't use swords, though, but... Yeah, me too. It's so nice now that there's so many people that want to help. And there's so many different levels too. Okay, here's a kind of a cool pose. I'll have Richard in this pose because I haven't drawn him from the back yet that often. So those giant back muscles. Yeah, I know usually I do a flanged mace, but I figure for this one it'd be nice to do a little variety by just doing it more of a Morning Star kind of design. But yeah, with Richard, I figure that like he's been out of the military for a little while now, so he just let his hair grow out because both him and Grace like it that way. He's like, hey, I'm not arguing. These and he will have a sword in this hand. I promise. Maybe he's even conjuring it, actually. He's like creating... He's using his magic to call forth a blade. Hang on 1 second, I think I put... whatever. If they want me to move it, I'll move it. Yeah. Yeah, he's conjuring is just a special blade. Where's that? Yeah. Oh, there's a book for that too, actually. That's a little easier to find. I might be able to see. Drawing animals. I mean, there's always that, for reference, there's that one site that I use a lot. Let's see, where is it here? Oh, here it is. The Weatherly Guide to Drawing Animals by Joe Weatherly. It's really good. It's like got everything from like wildcats to rhinos to dogs to horses. Really helpful. And then on top of that, I would just say like, oh, what is this? There's a couple artists that are really talented at drawing animals. I just can't remember their names right now, but they're pretty easy to find. So, but that's a really good book on drawing just animals, and I still use it. I mean, I should be using it more for. I might go back to using it more for the comics because I'm drawing all these crazy fantasy creatures. And that would be really helpful to like just sit down and just draw some like wild cats and horses, because horses are something I'm still not good at drawing. It's the legs. It's just that the legs have different joints. So like where our how our foot is broken up, the front with our toes is like has that pad, that area right behind it, and then you have the ball of your foot, and that's higher on animals, so it kind of throws off like where everything should be. Oh, okay. Oh, where'd it go? That's even better, actually. Sometimes, like in this drawing, I'm using a younger person who's using a sword to draw my character using a mace. So I'm just going to change the proportions of the muscles to fit my character more, but like still using the pose front and the line of gesture of like the line of action. So like this is where his feet land here, or his one strong foot, which is leading down and pushing him up. So he has like. And again, whether you're drawing with digital or physical, like I would almost say draw with it. Well, yeah, draw with ink. You know what? I'll stick by that because sketchbooks are. I would just buy some like $8 sketchbooks and make them only for pen, like even a ballpoint pen, and just like learn anatomy that way. So you can see your mistakes. So you can like go back to them and be like, okay, that's what I do wrong this time. So next time I'm gonna make sure I don't do that. Because otherwise you're just going to keep erasing and keep making the same mistake. And I know this because I did it. Once I switched to pen, I kind of realized where I was trying to fall into a comfort zone that was wrong, and I fixed it by looking up artists that knew far more than I did and fixing. And that were, even more importantly, we're drawing stuff that I was passionate about and, like, had styles that I could see myself, like, not copying directly, but just being influenced by. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's every artist. Why is it 66 out, but my apartment feels like it's 80? That's great. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. This was a while ago, but when I went to visit a cousin of mine at her when she was like at a ranch where she keeps her horse, and like I was able to try and do some drawings of the horse while I was there on my iPad. So that was really fun, trying to just do it live, and it really gave me the scale of how big those animals are. Because normally I'm like, yeah, they're big. I mean, they can be used in war and stuff, but then you see them in person, you're like, what? Yeah, this is a good action pose. I like it a lot. It's got like this like really cool like feel like. And that one's kind of more like almost like like a Spider-Man kind of pose almost. I actually kind of like how this for conjuring magic would be kind of cool, like these waves that are coming out of a portal in his hand. And see, like the person I was drawing had sneakers on, so now I'm just changing them into boots after I got them in where they should be. Yeah, definitely. Wait, whoops. Cross-eyed for a second there because I was. Uh-oh. Oh, it's nothing. Sorry, I thought I was getting an important message, but I'm not. It's just something I need to unsubscribe from. It's kind of fun drawing him without the coat sometimes. You know, I like his coat. It's got the cool like effect of like a collar kind of with the with all the cotton there. Like. But mainly I just love drawing his mustache. So I guess with or without the coat, it's fun to draw him. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, there's a little bit of... Yeah, that's perfect. I didn't even... It's a little exaggerated, but that's because he's wearing different clothes than this person, so... I got... Like a... And this hand is... right here. So he's going like two-handed with it. Plus Ultra! There we go. Yeah. It's gonna cause some major damage. Yeah. Oops. Okay, what others? What is this? Oh, those are tonfas. Never mind. Ooh, this is a good pose, though. I'm gonna draw, maybe Grace. I'll draw Grace in this pose, because this seems like a Grace pose, kind of. Make your arms a little shorter, because I kind of went crazy there. That's okay. Give her the rapiers again. Kind of. She's using the scabbard as a weapon, or she's holding the scabbard at the time. Like she's just jumping to evade something and slicing her way through all obstacles. But this is what I like, is that like the person posing here has got like this, like the camera gave them a really long, like exciting pose here of like just like that. That's cool. I know, I love that. That's it. Just as exciting. Now, thanks for telling me that. I thought I lost you because I was rambling or something. I'm like, oh no. It's like, how are we doing on time? Let's make this. I'll draw for another 15 minutes or so, I'd say. That's probably good. Speaking of vanish, I'll be right back. Need to get some water. It's so hot in here. I need to do this. I'm gonna melt. One more moment. I just need to get my. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm good. Okay, where'd I put my? Where'd I put my glove? Up there it is. I always put it behind my Cintiq, and I forget that. It's like, oh no, it's gone forever. The face is kind of off, though. I'm gonna fix that, cause maybe it's just how I'm drawing it, kind of. Yeah, maybe. It just felt wrong. Didn't feel like her. There, maybe that's better. I mean, she doesn't have a rapier in the comic. It's just, it's swordtember, so I figure I'll give her a sword. She doesn't. She's more of an. She has knives for like just survival, and sometimes she can use them as. She has like a combat knife. Although maybe she. No, she wouldn't want to use a sword. She'd probably use something else, like to protect herself. I'm not sure what. I'll have to think about that. Draw her doing a high kick, actually. That might be kind of cool. No, I can't. It doesn't have a sword in it. I said I would draw swords. I gotta draw swords. Oh, this is such a cool pose. I'll put a sword in her hands for this one. But I'll make it, what should I make drawing? I'll figure it out. I'll draw the pose first, and then I'll figure out who's gonna be fitting this pose. Because it's kind of like... kind of goof this up. It's okay though. I can fix it. Because actually, oh, I that's why I did it wrong. I didn't draw the fingers right, because the fingers actually kind of make like a U shape with how where they are. Like there's one that goes to there, and then this one goes like this. This one goes like this. This one's kind of like very foreshortened, so it's like. Like that, kind of, with this hand. It's kind of awkward because it's very dark and I should have done it lighter, but... And then the other hand's doing the same thing, where it's got the finger that's like this, and then one that's like this, and then one that's like this, and then this, and the thumb's going like this. So you end up with like... And again, I'll probably draw on top of this again, but it's just so that I have like some reference here. I don't know who I'm gonna draw. This might be just an original character, honestly, because I was gonna put like make them like holding like a. They found like this like, incredible sword or something. It's just like. Oh, I know who's holding it. This is her, the giantess. I'm just gonna fix the hands now to be a little bit much bigger. Actually, you know what? I have to move that hand over more is the problem. It's not quite right in front of the face. It's like near it. It's like way down here. Like up here, actually. There. That's gonna work better. I'm gonna have to fix the sword, obviously, but at least now that's right. Yeah, colds are no fun, especially when they keep you up at night. I've had that, and that's the worst. This one's actually not that bad. I can keep. I think I can keep this one the way it is without changing it too much. Might need to move it up a little. No, I don't. Never mind. It's okay. Yeah, this very elegant blade that's like just looks hefty. It looks like something she could only hold, being a giant. Like this would probably crush a human. Keep her dressed in this one, why not? This character has their legs cut off in the photo, so I'm gonna make it so she's pulling it from a maybe like a ancient tomb instead of a treasure chest. It's like a one of her ancestors' swords. She's just like, ah, darn, I gotta go desecrate their their resting spot just to get this stupid, or desecrate the area where they store their weapons. Our family vault. To get this magic sword that can take care of this problem. Yeah. I think that From Software has really helped my weapon design a little bit too, because like I used to draw really over exaggerated things, and I've learned from seeing their like weapon design that it's like compact and like elegant and functional beats like overly designed. Like this still has like a bunch of doodads on it that make it like very interesting, but it's not like it couldn't be used. I like that. Yeah, right? I know. Trying to find a good one for someone else, but oh, what? What is that? Oh, it's just someone in clothing. That was a. Um. Just trying to find another good pose. Da, 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 da. I kind of have an idea of someone it would be kind of fun to end on, but let's see if I can find a good pose. No, that would be good if I was doing that. Need an epic pose. Oops, sword pose. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now there's a couple I can choose from. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, this is gonna be a fun pose, a fun character to draw, because I think you'll recognize him instantly. Maybe. If I do it right, you will. Let's see. I guess I could do this one. It's a pretty good pose, unless I see a better one in a few seconds. No, that one will be obscured. That one will be... Yeah, a lot of these are good, but... I think I'll do... Yeah, this one's good. Where'd it go? Yeah, I'll do this one. This one's fine. It's like maybe a mix of... Whoops. I meant to do... Yeah, let's do this one. This one's probably the best for this character, because I haven't drawn this character in action in a while. Oh, that one would be even crazier. But nope, not doing that one. This will give it away. Kinda. Okay, this will give it away. Who's this handsome fella? Fix this leg. Oh, because it's like this. That's why. Here's the tough part. I don't know how well I'm going to draw this part, because drawing the diamonds, or like his diamond armor, or like the mutation popping out, I'm going to make it smaller here, because it would be banging into his horns here if it was any bigger than this. Claws, though, I want outstretched, so... Yeah, I think he's coming along pretty good. He's just gotta like clean up some of these lines. I was gonna use a different pose, but then I saw like a Final Fantasy VII pose of Zack, and I'm like, okay, that'll be good. Like, I can exaggerate that even more and kind of make it my guy. Clean it up though, it's because I have to change where certain things are, and that's what's confusing a little bit, but it's coming. Because he's wearing baggier pants too, so whereas these are more just like jeans or khakis or something like that. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Okay, it was a cough. It turned into a cough. I thought I was gonna sneeze, so I turned off the volume. I didn't want to like blast you with my audio. Let's just do a cleanup of this, and then I'll call it. But I figure this is a good thing to end on. Let's just double check to make sure everything's where it should be. Probably could make that a little bit more like that. Thanks. Oh, well, speaking of which, I forgot the most important part. Good thing that you said dragon again, because I was like, it looks good, and then I forgot, like, tail. Very important part is the tail. Like, the claw is obviously important, but yeah, because I've seen a couple of different people use antlers, and all of them have been really creative. So I wanted to do something a little different because I saw like I know that like some dragons do have antlers, so I thought like it'd be kind of cool to like mix the two, kind of like push like deer antlers, but like for reference, but like then push them further and make them look more like something supernatural, or like by like making them curved. I'm gonna change the sword a little bit, I think. He would 100% be a long sword person, not a Masamune. That looks better. I like that sword better. Glad you reminded me though of the tail. I would have been so annoyed if I ended stream and I'm like, wait, it's got no the tail. I like the tail. Especially now they got the stinger on it, like the tip, not stinger, but like the stego kind of blade on the end, like where it goes like that, and then it's got like stegosaurus spikes, kind of almost, and then the feathers are around spikes, like that. So was this one in the first iteration. I didn't really know how to do PNG tubers when the first time I did this one, and I still would like to try and, before I even do a VTuber, I kind of want to have like another version that I can jump to at times where it's this but animated instead of just like a few frames like it is now. So sometime in the future I'll do that. I'm just kind of busy right now, but when I have a little more time, I'll gladly spend time on that. Because that would be fun. I think the claws, despite looking cool, were kind of inspired by the lizard from Spider-Man, because I used to love that character when McFarlane drew him, because he drew claws like this. That, and I think it's like Tim Burton, like I've said before. I think it's kind of like a combination of the two. Like McFarlane stuff was never the cleanest line work, but I always liked that, like, the concepts were really cool. So, like, he really thought things. He's the guy that made several important characters in the Spider-Man universe. So, but so I used to be like, oh, his style's too messy, and it's like. Then I realized. Then I researched what the schedule of a comic book artist is, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's like you have to be really quick, so maybe that had to do with part of it too. Maybe it's less of the sloppy and more of a like, oh my gosh, this has to be out yesterday. And the teeth actually are not inspired by Has Been Hotel. They're inspired by, like, what was it? Villainous and Invader Zim, kind of more than that. Because I had seen some clips in, I think in Spanish first, and then I saw them translated later on. Like I've heard the actual like English translation too. But I really liked that character, even though like with his top hat and just like really big teeth, and then like, there's the girl with the green hair that's like super wild colors. She's like complementary colors, but it's fun because they're neon. And it's like, oh, that's fun. Like normally I'd be like, ooh, but there, because of her personality, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's on purpose. 100%. You know what would help this? I'm gonna do this just so that I can separate some of this. I'll darken this, but it's just so that I can see where his hand is, so that when I'm drawing it in, I can. This is like a flat, kind of. Yeah, I think Villain people should definitely check that out if they haven't seen it. It was good. I mean, I only saw a little bit of it even, and I thought it was fun. Has some good musicals, so I definitely recommend looking up the musicals. It's funny how many like I purposely kind of made most of his clothes just neutral colors because subdued colors because I wanted the hand and the eye to stand out the most. It's like I didn't want. It's usually a good idea. You want to lead the eye to certain spots, so. And then like his shirt, I think was just. I think it was just. Well, I'll make it a dark gray, not a black. I think it is actually a black, but let's make it like a dark gray here. Cool. Yeah, the music was really good. I think the story was kind of like I think Amazon took a lot of control away from her when it came to the story. So I almost kind of wish she could do kind of like what Avatar did, and what Brian DiMartino did with Avatar, where like when it was over, well, although it's not over with. So I was gonna say like make a comic, but because it did have a comic to begin with, like so, I mean she made some like promotional stuff too, like one of the characters, Alistair, she did a comic about him. And if anyone needs to look scarier, it's him, because the show kind of made him less scary, which is a shame. He's supposed to be this guy that like uses like dark magic and is like a cannibal, and you're like, oh man, this guy's creepy, and then then you see the show and you're like, oh okay, he's kind of in the background a lot. But it was kind of like it was just the beginning of the show, so I'm not going to hold it against them too much. And then let's just finish up with a few little effects, because this doesn't have to be like... Let me think. That kind of looked cool, yeah. And then just put another layer above it. Do a layer glow. Yeah. I forgot he was casting magic, but it doesn't matter. It's actually cooler when it's the sword that's actually doing the magic. Then it's like, I can light up the side of his face with this. Giving a little bit more personality to this pose. Yeah. Oops. It's okay. This is just a sketch. I'm not too worried about it being super detailed, but still I kind of want to clean up some of this before I say it's done. Like, yes. That's better. Clean up some of this line work a little bit. Beep 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 beep. Oops, I don't want him to look like he has. I can make it underneath the lip, kind of, to make it darker. Make it look brighter by putting dark next to it, but I don't want to substitute too much. There we go. This was fun. I mean, it's very rough. It's rough, I know, but that's okay. It's fun to have rough drawings sometimes, you know. Oops! Whoa! Why did I do that? Oops. So let's go back and see what I did today, because I think I'm pretty close to being done. So we did this guy, so I should have made a layer. I should have made these into, like, that one I like a lot. That one came out really good. I don't like that. The line work for him even more than I like the color. That one was okay. These came out great. Like those two came out really good. Just drawing him in, like, all of his action poses. They are. I love just the. I try to avoid even erasing when I'm on the computer, honestly. Like, if I can, I'll just keep drawing. Like, I don't think I erased really with this one. I think I corrected the mustache a little, but other than that, I didn't redraw. That's fun. I like that. I kind of want to illustrate that one in. It almost looks like Annabelle's quietly judging Grace for being a goofball. Like, yeah, I know I shouldn't hit her with this, but she's kind of weird. Although Annabelle wouldn't do that at all. She'd be like the one that would be like, I want to play. It's my turn with the dinosaur. And here with that girl, the moth girl. Oops. Yes. And here's more of her. Looking at that again, these came out great. Like, this one, I'm really proud of, like, these poses, actually. I might refine, like, the overall part of them, but, like, how she's moving is exactly how I want this character to act. Is just, I mean, I gotta fix this leg, because that looks off, but that's okay. Honestly, if that's the worst thing that happens is I made one leg too short, that's not a big deal. Like, she's missing her calf, because it goes from, like, her ankle's there, her knees here. That's way too quick. But that's okay. I can fix that. I mean, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, just so that I don't forget it later, let's fix it now. Really quick. Or, you know, we could... Oh, here we go. You can just take this, move it down, and there we go. And then I just add in the extra line work for the put the knee in with the right color, which would be black. Oops. Yeah, there, see? Cool. Me too. I think I will color these ones in, or I might just make a whole sheet of, like, the two of, like, these two, like, doing different, like, gymnastics. Or maybe I'll make a sheet for each of them showing how their agility and strength, and hers is more like flexibility and speed, whereas Grace is more about, like, adaptability and just knowledge of her. She uses her terrain better. Like, she's a survivalist kind of person, so she knows how to climb trees and, like, do rock climbing with next to no gear. Actually, if I remember right, One of I think early in the concept, and I might bring this back, she had a pickaxe. So I might bring that back as like something that she sometimes uses it to fend off certain things too, because it's got like a diamond tip on it. Let's see what else we got. Cause I drill. Oh yeah, that was. I think that was the. Yeah, this was the first one where I was working on these two, and like I was working on the this is where I think you came in for this right here, because I was working on coloring her in with the sword and everything. Yeah, Grace with the rapier, which actually I kind of like that rapier. Maybe she gets it later on. Like they're heading towards one of the places they have to go is back to their headquarters, like it's like a one of those towers, and her supply she has maybe she has a rapier is for defense, because that would be like something that maybe she could use. I mean, because they're still heavy though, and that's from last time. But I opened with it, so I thought it'd be fun to. But let's end on that picture, or actually no. This no. Let's end on that picture. Yeah. Like these came out so good. I'm so happy with how these came out. So yeah, you came in right when I was doing that. So I'm really happy that you were able to stay the whole time, and it's always nice to have someone to talk to, and I'm glad that you got some drawing done as well. That's awesome. So but I'll be back on Wednesday, or yeah, I'll probably be doing one tomorrow as well, like just but that's on Twitch. So but yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday on here. So yeah, I think I don't know, I think I'm just gonna keep doing these, and maybe next time I'll do more swords. But honestly, probably not. Because doing poses in general is just more fun than even restricting swords, because like sometimes I can fit a sword in, sometimes I can't. Thanks. Yeah, so I'll see you next Wednesday, and have a great weekend. Take care.